Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue our series of decks led by the legendary creatures from the upcoming Hobbit set. Leading today's Bracket 4 deck is Smaug the Impenetrable. Smaug the Impenetrable is a 7-mana, 8/7 legendary dragon with flying, indestructible, and haste. Whenever Smaug is dealt non-combat damage, we create that many treasure tokens. This is how Smaug is meant to be, a destroyer of worlds. We cast Blasphemous Act, destroy the board, make 13 treasures, and smack the foolish Lakeman upside the head for 8 commander damage. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the combo for this deck and how it goes infinite. Of course we're running it, and a bunch of other mean cards as well. We are a Bracket 4 deck. Now, quick note on the price, I tried to keep the deck under $500, but there were a couple of $50 cards in the deck. Don't yell at me, yell at WotC to reprint Vampiric Tutor and Deflecting Swat. Also, we won't have a lore section for this video. We just had one for Smaug the Magnificent. I'll post a link, go watch it after this video if you want some lore. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, BCW. BCW has been making high-quality, cost-effective products for both collectors and retailers for over 40 years. If you want to store, display, or sort your cards, check them out. I've been using their inner sleeves for years now and have never had an issue. Be sure to click the link down below and use code DANON10 for a 10% discount on your order. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Real quick, before we get to our deck list, I do occasionally stream on this channel, and if you see me live, come say hi. I'll be building commander decks either for patrons or for future videos. So make sure you're subscribed and click the bell icon so you'll get notified when I'm live. Starting off our land base, we've got Command Tower and Exotic Orchard. Both great lands that can go in just about any multicolored deck. Next up, we've got Bloodstained Mire, Polluted Delta, and Wooded Foothills serving as fetches. I wanted to stick with the friendly fetch lands due to price. For fetchable targets, we've got Blood Crypt, Raucous Theater, Sulphurous Mire, Geothermal Bog, Smoldering Marsh, and Canyon Slough. For untyped dual-colored lands, we're running Luxury Suite, Haunted Ridge, Dragon Skull Summit, Tainted Peak, Blazemire Verge, Graven Cairns, Sulphurous Springs, Blightstep Pathway, Foreboding Ruins, and Rakdos Carnarium. Yes, I know some of you think I'm crazy for running bounce lands, but think about it this way. If WotC printed a mana rock that came into play tapped and cost 1 mana to cast, but next turn you could tap it to add a black mana and a red mana, would you run it? Of course you would. Finally, we've got Bojuka Bog as our utility land, as well as 12 swamps and 4 mountains. Why so few mountains, Danon? You'll see, dear viewer. Our mana ramp package consists of Dark Ritual, Seething Song, Revelin Riches, Black Market Connections, Chandra Torch of Defiance, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Indulgence, Rakdos Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Chromatic Lantern, and Thrawn Dynamo. Yes, I know we're Bracket 4 and we could run a lot more powerful mana rocks, but those are expensive and we're already at $600. For card advantage, we're running Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Unexpected Windfall, Phyrexian Arena, Night's Whisper, Sign in Blood, Wheel of Misfortune, Read the Bones, Idol of Oblivion, and Jeska's Will. Lots of ways to dig through our deck to find our combo pieces. Our interaction and spot removal consists of Vandal Blast, Deflecting Swat, Abrade, Terminate, Bedevil, Chaos Warp, Bolt Bend, Untimely Malfunction, Rakdos Charm, Feed the Swarm, Tybalt's Trickery, and Withering Torment. Plenty of ways to remove annoying permanents. Danon, do you think that's enough creature removal? Well... For board wipes, we've got Chain Reaction, Blasphemous Act, Star of Extinction, Reckless Endeavor, Blood Money, and Decree of Pain. I think we'll be fine dealing with creatures. The core of our deck consists of Pyrohemia, Pestilence, Self-Destruct, Pain for All, Cut Propulsion, Pariah's Shield, Agent of the Iron Throne, Crackle with Power, Exsanguinate, Torment of Hailfire, Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, and Urz's Armor. Don't worry, I'll explain it. Finally, to ruin our opponent's days, we're running Blood Moon, Painful Quandary, Mana Barbs, Ruination, Sulfuric Vortex, Spell Shock, and Polluted Bonds. Lots of ways to shut down the game, as is right and proper. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources, but between 38 lands, 13 pieces of ramp, and our commander. Not too shabby. 10 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of interaction, 6 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Rakdos Charm and Bojuka Bog, 2 sudden I win cards in Pyrohemia and Pestilence. Okay, for those who haven't seen the combo, Pyrohemia or Pestilence go infinite with Smaug the Impenetrable. We pay 1 mana, dealing 1 damage to each creature and each player. Smaug creates a treasure, and we use that treasure to repeat the process. The only problem is, what do we do to ensure we don't die? That's what Pariah's Shield and Urz's Armor are here for. We don't need all 5 of these cards on the battlefield all at the same time. We need our commander, either Pyrohemia or Pestilence, and either more life than anyone on the board, or Pariah's Shield or Urz's Armor. This is why we have the tutors in the deck, to find the pieces for our combo. Also, the reason we have a lot more swamps than mountains is because of Blood Moon. That Blood Moon is also why the deck is bracket 4. Well, that and the Ruination. Now, I could have included Magus of the Moon, but since we're running a ton of board wipes, I decided against it. I'm sure you'll note that Smaug is the only creature in the entire deck. He always enjoyed his own company after all. Dragons crave gold and quiet. Are you building a Smaug the Impenetrable commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Osiris, Sleech, Luke, Mr. Salty, Daniel, Zombie, Brian, Waka, Talathia, Azander, Michael, and John. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.